So welcome back to Cigar Fellas Cigar Lounge. I am graced with my wife's presence today. So I'm Rod, and
I'm Amanda.
so thanks for coming by again today, guys. We are back in the humidor again today with my father, Don Pepin Garcia, Series JJ. So the reason that they call it the Series JJ is because the father and son got together and made this blend. That's Jose and Jamie, or Jaime Garcia. And so they blended this, and they used to have the Maduro, but they discontinued it quite a few years ago. This is, all right, I'm not going to say it because I say it often with the My Father brand.
Well, you can't go wrong with a My Father. You really can't.
And also we are having a My Father event for the month of September. So we will announce that date, but it's going to be probably the last Thursday or Friday in September. But so you want to talk to us about the blend? What's the binder, filler, and the wrapper?
Well, the wrapper is Corojo. The binder is also a Corojo, and the filler is Nicaraguan.
So I know my wife is more of a like a light Connecticut to a medium cigar. She doesn't like the full flavors. She doesn't like what? Say it.
I'm pretty medium, like straight medium. The lights tend to be a little bit too light for me. So I like a straight medium, but I can appreciate the lights. So thank you for choosing something, because you had breakfast this morning. I did not.
and that's her fault. But,
it takes a while to look this pretty.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
The no makeup look?
The no makeup look, yes.
All right, good. Yeah, I had to point that out because she said it about 200 times this morning. She goes, "You can't put me on camera, I don't have makeup on." I'm like, "I think you look great."
Well,
she's beautiful, isn't she?
all
See?
natural. I wake up this beautiful.
Right. So back to this. This is a Nicaraguan cigar made in Esteli. This is the size is a Toro, and about 80% of the cigars that we have in the humidor here, I would say about 80% are Toro. That's what sells the best in this area.
Our guys like that size.
So you'll see a lot of that. I mean, we do have miscellaneous other sizes, but for the most part, it's a Toro size that sells well in this area, Davison, Michigan. So we stick with that. So right off the light, Miss Medium, what are you getting right off the light?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. My taste buds are like, you know this, and I'm trying to put it to something that y'all can relate to. How about that?
So more of a staple thing with my father is like they have like a really nutty, like cedar, maybe an amaretto coffee. They have this staple flavor that comes with a lot of their different cigars. But the Series JJ, this is probably one of my favorite mediums that I go to often. That's why I keep it here. Is because it's not a light medium. This is like a ton of flavor. It's just there's so many things that hit the back of your palate there, underneath your tongue. The sweets, the little bit of bitters with the spices, because it's got great spices in it.
Yeah. So the sweetness part, I guess, would be the sweetness of hay. When I smell that, it's got a sweetness to it. So that's what I'm catching off of it. That sweetness with the undertones of an almond to it.
Yeah.
But I've got some sort of spice there that I'm not, that's what I've been trying to figure out. What is that?
There's a mixture of a white pepper in there, which I really like.
But it's more than just the white pepper. That's why I couldn't, I'm like, it's not just white pepper. It's got something else to it, but it's not like overpowering. It's just, it's really nice. It kind of mixes with that sweetness a little bit. So I'm just trying to pinpoint what.
But the draw on these things are fantastic. The amount of smoke you get off of them, you see it's burning perfectly all the way around. It's just a great makeup of a cigar.
I guess I gotta smoke it a little faster.
Smoke them if you got them, babe.
Right? But yeah, no, I mean, everything about this so far, I'm enjoying. It is a very nice draw. I just smoke slow, guys. Sorry, but it's not. So with lighter cigars, I find that it's more dry on my tongue. This one isn't as dry for being a medium and light to medium type of thing for me.
This is more a medium full. It's got
For
a
me,
ton
it
of
feels
flavor.
lighter.
Wait till you get into it.
Well, yeah, I know, I'm trying. But right off the get-go, that's what I get. And it's not dry on my tongue. It's very nice. It rolls really nice in your mouth. And yeah, that's what I got so far.
All right, guys. On the retrohale, also, you'll really you'll notice all the like the peppers and the spices more on the retrohale, and you probably won't retrohale this because
That burns my nose.
Yep. I
A
figured
little
it
bit,
would.
but I did. I can do it a little bit. I just can't do it constantly.
We're gonna smoke this down a little bit, and we'll come back and tell you the different flavors that we're getting about midway through. And so stay tuned, guys. Thanks for coming by. We'll be back shortly. So we got slammed during the right after our first film, and you know what, that is what we're here for. We love having our customers come in and be able to spend some time with them in the humidor and that. But I mean, and to me, that's the reason we're here is
Right, yeah.
Teaching them about the new cigars that we bring in and what the flavor profiles are and that kind of thing. So,
but it's more than that with our patrons and things like that. We learn about their families. We ask them how they're doing, and we make it very personal and family here. So
yeah, absolutely, and
you
that's why people keep coming back, is because it's more of a family than a business. It really is. And but get back to the cigar. This is the my father, Don Pepin Garcia, Series JJ. And this is the Toro size, and I know my wife normally doesn't smoke this much cigar. It's a lot of cigar for her, and she's dying.
that's what she said for sure. Well, no, I'm doing all right. So that pepper, you know, they're definitely known for the first off with that hint of pepper. You know, my father, that has died down for me, and it's really just like a woodsy hay leather. And it hasn't changed much for me.
So you get leather and cedar, or just leather? Because I'm getting quite a bit of cedar in these.
Well, that woodsy, I can't pinpoint which it is. So for my palate, it seems like it's a very light cigar, like morning with a cup of cappuccino. Like cappuccino. It seems with my palate, since it's not so developed, that it's just kind of one-dimensional though. I'm not getting a whole bunch more than just that hay leather, but again, I'm still developing my palate, and that's what I get from it. It's very light.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still getting that nutty taste, the almonds and the you know, that kind of thing. You guys know I don't. I'm allergic to nuts, so I don't eat a lot of nuts. But when you smell them, I always had with my grandparents when I was a kid, growing up. My grandparents always had the mixed nuts sitting on the table, and my grandfather loved cashews. So I recognize the smell and the taste of those things, even though I'm not a big fan of nuts. But yeah, these things are great. There's again, I would say they're a medium. They're definitely a full medium. I would definitely say that.
I'm not getting that at all. I get a very light to a mild medium, and it's a breakfast smoke for me.
Well, yeah, I mean, of course.
Definitely
I'm
drink
a
it
Maduro guy.
with like a creamy coffee, a cappuccino. It helps to.
So what have you had this morning to drink? Just so somebody knows.
We have a Keurig here, and I've got the Green Mountain vanilla cream that I added French vanilla. So it tastes like a cappuccino, like a French vanilla cappuccino.
She likes the foo-foo stuff.
I do, but I like full coffee as well. But yeah, that helps to kind of even out because it's getting dry for me now. It helps to even out that woodsy leather taste, that creamy. So it's a good beginning smoke. That's definitely where I would go with that.
For somebody that smokes.
Yeah.
This is definitely not a starter cigar. This is
You know what?
I would say
I
not.
could.
And I've
would.
been smoking for 25 years. I would say this isn't a starter cigar. This is something that you, as you broaden your palate a little bit, because I would say this is more of a medium. It might be a little bit lighter on the medium side, but it's definitely a medium. It's got a lot of different flavors in it, and I know that. I'm gonna point out that you do smoke cigarettes.
I do. I smoke cigarettes.
So,
I will fully own that. So like I said, my palate is not as developed. I have certain things that kind of take away from being able to taste everything. I'm working on quitting that. Right now, these are my two vices, and can't quite give that up yet. I live with him.
Yeah,
So,
I agree. You're going to need that.
It's either smoking or drinking, and I chose smoking. So.
And I do the drinking because I live with her.
Yeah, exactly.
But we're going to smoke this down a little bit more, enjoy this, and joke around and make fun of each other, and that's because we do.
And if we're ever nice to each other, look out.
Yeah, right. That's very true. Also, want to point out we got our new shirts in this week, and we're selling through them pretty quick. Here's you want to show them the back?
No, I don't want to get up and show them my back. I'm sure we got something in there we can do later.
For those of you that have had our stickers, it's our sticker on the back. It tells the address and our phone number and everything on the back. But yeah, so if you guys want a T-shirt, these are going to be the new hats. Pretty cool hats. So check those out. And those are, the T-shirts are $20, and for up to XL, and then they're 22 and 24 for 4 and 5. Yeah, please come check those out. But we're going to smoke through this a little bit more. So again, we'll be right back, and thanks for coming in, man.
I'm like licking the whole end of it too, getting it all slobbery like you guys do.
And I'm leaving that in.
Lovely, thank you. Appreciate ya.
So we're 3/4 of the way through the cigar, and so go ahead and tell the audience what you were thinking.
We were thinking a whole lot of stuff. Now you just put me on the spot. My brain went.
And that's what I like.
What were which
So
part?
we were talking about the different flavors in the cigar, and like I said, and a lot of times, listen, the same box. A lot of times you'll get, even though it's the same cigar, a lot of times you'll get a lot of different flavors because one might have been rolled on a Monday and the other was rolled on Friday or what have you, and some of them are a little more aged than others, and they put them in the same box. So I mean, occasionally you will get a different flavor, a different cigar, and I said, maybe you guys got this different cigar than me. Yeah, it's the same cigar, but it's sometimes
there's variations because
one
it
will
is
be aged
hand
a little bit
rolled,
more,
and
yeah, of course.
You're always going to have some sort of variation. Maybe this one got more sun than the other one, and in the drying process, or however that might occur. And
hers and actually our camera guy Dave's, theirs are a little bit lighter than mine. I got more of a full medium, and I'm enjoying mine. And she
don't
said
get me wrong, I'm enjoying it, but it's definitely
a lot lighter than you.
A lot lighter than what you're getting at least for me.
And when I purged it, I noticed that yours was quite a bit lighter than mine. And I know I purged my wife's cigars.
I can do it, but like in order to make sure that I'm not screwing it up, because I'm not avid like he is. I do it. I do know a lot about cigars, but
I smoke 6 to 8 cigars a day.
And I smoke 1 to 2 every other day. So it's like, so yeah, he's more experienced, and I wanted to make sure that it was purged correctly after I've done it. I'm like, okay, I'm still getting kind of, maybe I'm missing it. So I made sure that
and that
he took
happens
care
all
of
the
that.
time. And listen, it's okay to have different variations. You guys might have a different thought on the cigar than I do, and that's the reason we do this. So I'm not saying that this is a staple. Everything that I say is staple. It's just the flavors that I get, so you guys have a better view on whether you're gonna, I think I'll try that cigar or not, and that's okay. We'll have different opinions sometimes, and a lot of times the reviewer that I'll have with me will have different opinions, and that's what this is about. That's why we do these reviews. So. Yours is a little bit lighter than mine, and that's okay. There's going to be different variations in different boxes, and that's the fun of smoking multiple cigars and having different flavors and enjoying a Maduro or a medium or a Connecticut, something Habano, Corojo,
Yeah.
all the different flavors of different tobaccos. That's what I love about smoking cigars, and I'm enjoying the heck out of this, and. She just expected that to be a little harsher, which is okay.
I did. So I am female-wise and not as experienced as his. I am struggling, but it's not a bad cigar. I'm not saying by any means is it a bad cigar. It is still really good. I don't know of any My Father that is a bad cigar. Now, I did do the retrohale, and I'm getting still a lot of leather. That retrohale gives me a lot of the leather, but I can kind of get the hints of an espresso, that bitter, dark roast type of thing through the retrohale.
Yeah.
But it's still kind of, it all is one type of thing. Like there's not something in there that offsets that or complements it for me.
Right on.
But again,
I'm getting that spice. I do get the leather.
I'm not getting spice at all.
A little bit of the nuts, like the like I was talking about earlier. A little bit of cedar, not a lot, but that might go with with the spices. But for a medium cigar, this is it's a nice, flavorful cigar. It's not overpowering, and I know you're getting a lot of the same flavors through the cigar. Where mine, the farther I get into the cigar, the more flavor I'm getting out of it. So
it's because I was talking with our video guy Dave, and he smokes the crap out of his cigars. So he's a lot further down than we are. We were a bit busy and had to put it down, but as I was talking with him, he's like, yeah, it's starting to ramp up a little bit. I'm like, I'm getting that really big espresso now. Like I'm hitting that final part. I'm getting the espresso. Still not getting the spice. That was just right in the beginning. So at least that's because I'm not a big spice person.
But you don't get it like you can't taste it off the top of your palate.
No. And even retro, it's not burning my nostrils. If it's got a lot of spice, it burns instantly for me. So, and it's not doing that. But for me, it's definitely a morning smoke. Smoke it with your coffee, relax.
And I agree. No, it's a great cigar with a full flavor coffee. I love coffee, and that's my morning thing. I drink 64 ounces usually every morning. Actually, this morning.
I don't think he even tastes it. Just give him an IV and he's happy.
Which
They're
is
good
true.
to go.
I mean, I do. I agree. It doesn't give me that rush to wake me up in the morning. I just like the flavor.
The flavor. That I'm the same way.
I mean, I could drink a coffee before I go to bed and sleep fine. Except like last night because I forgot to take my pills and then I didn't sleep at all. But that's not the point. The point is, if you'd have put an IV of coffee in me, I probably would have slept better.
That is probably true.
That's probably, yeah. But guys, again, thanks for stopping by. We enjoyed the cigar, and this was the My Father or Don Pepin Garcia. It says what it says on it, Series JJ. This was the Toro size, and my wife normally is a Robusto girl or a petite Corona. Thanks so much for coming in and doing this with me. And I know
I've been absent for a while. I got wee ones at home that I got to be a mom, and
right,
I can't always be here.
And that's fine. And sometimes you'll see on a Sunday afternoon, our daughter will stop by and say hi to people. But yeah, thanks for doing this today. It was fun. I always enjoy hanging out with my wife, even whether it's in the shop or at home.
It only makes one of us.
Wow, all right.
I don't like hanging out with myself. You've got to be around.
Oh, okay,
Is
all right.
that how that works?
But we're at Cigar Fellow Cigar Lounge in Davison, Michigan. It's 1086 North Irish Road. And again, I'm Rod.
I'm Amanda.
Thanks for stopping by, guys.